Hey everyone, Pupsker here. The devs have just recently released their dev workshop video for the Sisters of Parvos update. In that included all of the melee nerfs, the gun upgrades, the new gun mods, and it included parazon lich type changes, steel path changes, some general weapon changes. Kuvanukor now only really has 2 extra streams, so yeah, fun stuff. There's clave stuff, the parazon changes, all of that, right? There was helminth changes. They're upgrading helminth to be up to level 15, have weekly warframes that get specifically upgraded. I honestly don't care too much about all that. If you care to watch and listen to all of it, go watch the dev stream, okay? I am primarily going to be going over the melee mod nerf and the primary, secondary gun upgrades. Because let's be real here, that's the actual meat and bones of this update. Everything else comes secondary and is almost irrelevant in my eyes. So, they're nerfing melee mods, right? Specifically, Berserker, Blood Rush, and Condition Overload. As you can see here, this is how Berserker works, right? 30% attack speed, max 75% for 24 seconds on critical hit. They're changing Berserker to Berserker Fury. On melee kill, plus 35 attack speed percent for 10 seconds, stacks up to 2 times. So I don't see a huge reason now to use Berserker over Primed Fury. It's pretty much just, oh, I don't have the mod capacity for Primed Fury, but I mean, Primed Fury. Let's quickly upgrade this. Oh, would you look at that? 55. So I mean, Prime Fury gives 55% attack speed, whereas Berserker gives 70 on 2 kills. I mean, Berserker seems kind of whatever. It's still pretty much better than Prime Fury, but I mean, they nerfed it a bit, so yeah, okay, whatever. It's still melee. That's not going to change the melee meta too much. Just means you won't see people using Berserker with Primed Fury. I didn't anyways, and I probably am not going to change up my builds anyways, because this is going to change to on kill, but you can very easily kill a couple enemies even on steel paths, so I don't think that'll matter too much. Next, you have Blood Rush straight up changing from 60% crit chance to 40% crit chance. Straight up got a 33% nerf, out of the gate, just shot one of its legs off. I'm not really too surprised about this. I've honestly expected them to kind of cut down Blood Rush ages ago, but now people are gonna have to sometimes throw on things like Sacrificial Steel and just give themselves more crit chance if they want easier red crits. So I mean, yeah, that's a thing. As you can tell, people are they're just kind of making melee worse, right? And last but not least, Condition Overload, 120% melee damage per status type affecting the target, has been changed to 80%. Honestly, a lot of what I'm seeing here is they're probably just looking to more so for melee. It looks like people are more so now just gonna have either a crit build or a status build, and maybe they're no longer gonna have a hybrid build. Honestly, I don't think this matters all that much. It's kind of dumb in my eyes, honestly. It's kind of stupid. But even now, the hybrid builds are probably still stronger. So I think all in all, they just straight up nerfed melee in every aspect because of this. They both nerfed status, they then nerfed crit, and they also nerfed the attack speed. So they nerfed it in every aspect because instead of facing the issue that Warframe has certain mods that are just too good and useful, they just thought they'd nerf the mods that are too good and useful to a state where they're probably still always going to be getting used and just not quite as good. It's not a big change, it just seems kind of stupid to me, you know? I don't know, man. It just seems kind of dumb. I don't know what else to say. It just seems kind of stupid. I don't think it'll be a huge change realistically, and I don't think it'll make a massive difference. I don't think it'll make Warframe a lot harder, so I mean, all in all, I don't really care, but meh, it just seems kind of dumb. Berserker's no longer a crit thing, so that's why I think they're just trying to make it so people are doing either full crit builds or full status builds. But I mean, other than that, Melee's still gonna be really strong. Even with the new everything, Melee's still going to be pretty freaking strong. But hey, that's the melee mod nerfs. They're gutting melee in that regard. Literally 1, 2, 3. They're nerfing these 3 mods because literally they probably look at the stat sheets and we're like, huh, Berserker's used 100%, huh, Condition Overload's used 100%, huh, Blood Rush is stupidly good and used 100% of the time for red crits. So I mean, like, it's taken a while for this to happen, like 8 years. They barely nerfed attack speed anyways, so I mean, I don't personally care about that. I think it's kind of goofy that they nerfed it by 5% and changed it to 10 seconds on kill, but 24 seconds to be fair. Little long, so I kind of get that. All in all, I'm pretty lukewarm about these changes, guys. Like, I'm not happy or sad, I'm just like, meh, whatever, they're kind of stupid. If you look at the Warframe video, like, it has a lot of dislikes. It has a lot of likes, but it also has a lot of dislikes, so I think people probably also thought, like, hey, these changes are fucking stupid. But I mean, I don't mind them. I don't think they're terrible. I just, like, don't really care. They nerfed melee. They did what they were gonna say they were gonna do. They did in, like, kind of a weird way of nerfing just the best OP mods after years, but I mean, did we really expect a lot of difference? Either way, this doesn't make a huge difference for me. I don't care a ton. Probably won't bother changing around most of my builds. The damage is naturally just gonna be lower, but I don't know if it really matters too much. Anyways, let's go on to the next thing, which is primary arcanes. That's right, boys. We have both primary and secondary arcanes. And it is exactly what you think it is. The arcanes are just legit strong stacking mods. It's like, instead of giving just primaries and secondaries different mods, they're like, no. We're gonna give them a Condition Overload, Blood Rush, Berserker type mod, but just make it into an arcane. This seems kind of lazy. It seems like I don't think it'll be bad. It just seems lazy as hell. All in all, I think this will probably do the job. It just seems like a band-aid fix. Like, I have the primaries and secondaries just to show off 2 of them here. And that one on kill plus 30% damage for 6 seconds, stacks 12 times, gives reload speed and ammo maximum? Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not actually mad at that. The other one that I have up for primary, they're all pretty much the same. On precision headshot kill, 120% damage for 24 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, like, gives more of a headshot multiplier, makes sense, less weaponry, cool. Yeah, no, these will definitely make primary a lot stronger. I honestly see myself just always running this one. Like, I don't see myself bothering switching between a bunch of these unless I'm doing a specific task, but obviously we'll have to wait and see how they end up being on the final release. I kind of don't fully care. This is why I don't usually make these types of videos, because I don't fully care until the release happens, because the DE devs are known, and they always like are open about this, but they're known to just change things randomly, willy-nilly, and just all over the place. Obviously, these are never set in stone. They're very open about that, but these things could change in like days, so I don't know. That's why I'm always kind of feeling off about them. Like, yeah, no, the changes are fine. I think the arcanes are like a good idea. It's on kill, so I mean, if you have certain guns, starting off Steel Path might be kind of a pain in the ass because you have to get them kills with your primary, but I'm more curious to see how it plays out. I don't think this is a terrible idea. It just seems kind of like a band-aid fix instead of like looking at the current modding system. They're just like, we'll just throw arcanes over primaries and secondaries. And I guess our melee's gonna get arcanes now? Because at this point, you kind of have to give arcanes to melee. Or are they just gonna wait until things like seem to get out of balance again and then give melee arcanes? Yeah, so you see what I'm saying is like Warframe devs are very reactionary. They don't seem that proactive in a lot of changes, and it looks like they don't think ahead of the box, right? They think like a day ahead, a month ahead, instead of like years down the line. But we'll see how this goes. I'm honestly just expecting this means we'll be getting some melee arcanes eventually. And if we don't, I just think it'll make Warframe look kind of goofy, because arcanes at this point are on just random shit. Like, it makes no fucking sense to me, man. Like, what the fuck are arcanes, man? They're auxiliary upgrade mods, essentially, right? but they're only thrown in there just as an extra thing when Warframe devs are like, we'll throw these on to add extra bonuses, and I don't know. It seems like arcanes were much of an afterthought, and now they're just being shoved on everything because they just don't care to fix their weird mods. No, that is not all. All in all, I don't care too much about the arcanes. I think it'll make sense, but curious to see how the melee arcanes are gonna go. Finally, the Galvanized mods. So these are just mods that you will be getting in Steel Path, and they are the exact same idea as the arcanes. So hilariously enough, it seems like that was their idea, right? Give primaries and secondaries arcanes, right? So that's gonna be like one mod that'll be a stacking super OP strong mod, and then give them a bunch of galvanized mods that do the same fucking thing, but like different, right? So now we have galvanized chamber, 80% multi-shot on kill, a galvanized scope, on headshot, crit chance, galvanized aptitude, 80% status chance on kill, multi-shot on kill. So I mean, they literally just copied over ideas. Yeah, they just literally just copied over the stacking idea, changed it to on kill instead of on crit, and called her a day. So I'm not really too surprised about this, but I just don't know, man. I literally just don't know. It's goofy that like you're gonna have to go in Steel Path to get these, but they think the normal builds are already too weak for Steel Path, so it's like, wait, but I'll have to take weak, okay. So these are gonna be all dropped in Steel Path. It seems like, honestly, by the end of it, I do think everything's gonna be somewhat balanced. I think all in all, it's just gonna be a lot stronger primaries and secondaries, and maybe people will just feel less bad about using them more often. I don't know, I'm pretty lukewarm about the changes, but I think they did the job of what they're trying to do. It's hard for me to have a strong opinion either way, honestly, on this one, because on one hand, they straight up just nerfed the 3 stacking melee mods, right? They just straight up just nerfed them, because everyone uses them. And they just added stacking melee mods to, you know, all primaries and secondaries, as well as arcanes that do the same thing for some reason, instead of doing what arcanes usually do and have their own kind of shtick or gimmick. So yeah, I think Warframe, I don't know, I think it just straight up kind of annoys me that they're using arcanes as the laziest way to make different mods in the game. But hey, what do I know? At this point, everything should have an arcane. So I guess I'm waiting on melee arcanes. Like, I literally just don't know how to feel about this so much. I don't know. I'm very lukewarm about it. Like, I just don't think I care much. I don't think it'll change how I play the game at all, to be honest. Like, I think it'll make like guns a little stronger. I don't think they're gonna make guns strong enough for me to wanna be fucking killing things with my Exceltra on Steel Path, though, is the thing. I think I'm still gonna be using my Exceltra or an Ignis Wraith or whatever to do some damage, throw on some status mods, and then take them out with my melee, because my melee will still stack 12 goddamn times, and that'll stack damage, that'll stack crit, that'll stack status still. So I think this is a step in the right direction. It seems kind of jank, but it seems like it's a good path. It just seems like it's not gonna be enough. But I mean, at this point, I don't know how OP they want everything to be, right? So it's probably gonna be pretty strong. Some guns will be able to like slaughter Steel Path, right? Without a doubt. And some will have a lot of issues. Whereas melee, any melee is just stupidly good because of how high the combo damage can all get. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see how it actually goes. Either way, I still think like I'm not gonna change how I play the game too much based on these changes, but I don't think they're all that bad. They just seem kind of goofy to me, but not bad per se. So yeah, that's my, in my opinion, very boring, lukewarm opinion. Like, I just don't fully care too much because it doesn't seem like it's gonna change anything for me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be pissed off, right? Because it's just like, oh, you're just nerfing the stacking melee mods? Except the status one. I guess that one's still strong, right? So Weeping Wounds, good shit. And then they're just adding the stacking melee mods and stuff over through arcanes and galvanized mods. So again, meh. Not going to change how I play the game, but I am curious to see how it actually releases and if the game does feel a lot different. So I'm more so curious on how the game's going to be actually played. So until then, anything can be changed. The mods can be changed, galvanized, the arcanes can be changed, things can be reverted, swapped around. Yeah, anything can change. So again, pretty lukewarm until it actually releases. So let me know what you guys think, because I feel like a lot of you will probably have a much more like either hostile or happy opinion. I'm just very curious because I haven't looked at any of the main Warframe channel comments. I just want to see what y'all think, but it's probably going to mess with a lot of people who aren't good at building into Steel Path. The fact that the way they get Galvanized mods is through Steel Path. So they're just going to build the same builds anyways to get all the mods and then maybe change up their builds to be stronger. So yeah, I don't think this is going to change much other than adding endgame to Steel Path and endgame mods to, I guess, primaries, secondaries. That's about it. So all in all, lukewarm. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think. If you like it, subscribe, like, comment, follow, all that jazz. You can use Epic Game Store code Pupsker if you want to support the channel. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.